And we're back at EGSL in Evansville and ready for game 2 to get underway. Burgess in the circle for Oakland City. Zoe Smithson steps in. And the first pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count. Into center field, Heichelbeck takes 2 steps and makes the play, and there's 1 gone here in the first inning. Kaylin Jordan now will step in. 1 out here in the first. Kehlani Jordan hitting at 125. Oakland City, it is Buford at first. Bailey Rhodes at second. Megan Stewart, the shortstop. Hannah Whistle at third. Casey Wood in left. Kinsley Heichelbeck in center. Grace Butcher is in right. Hallie McCracken behind the plate, and Burgess is the pitcher for Oakland City University. Won the first game 2-0 with a Grace Butcher home run in the bottom of the 7th. Burgess 2-2 with a 3.47 ERA. That's it to Whistle at third, and the throw to first is in time as that's 5-3 on the out. Emma Kate Elrod will step in. She is the center fielder. We'll continue with Burgess's statistics as time allows. As the Oaks now go for the sweep in the doubleheader. Low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike once again. Burgess 2-2 with 3.47 ERA, 12th appearance, 9th start. 2 complete games. She has 1 shutout. 38 in the 3rd innings, 51 hits, 34 runs. And that's hit at Whistle. Throw to first. Got him in time. Way to stick with it, Hannah. And a bullet throw to Jordan Buford at third, and that is all for the Brescia Bearcats in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're 1/2 inning in with the score Brescia 0, Oakland City University coming to bat. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube. And we're back heading in to the home half of the inning. As Grace Butcher, who is in right field this time, will step in. We'll give you the pitching statistics as time allows. Emmy Bullington is in the circle for Brescia. That's high and outside. She is 2-6 with a 3.48 ERA, 12th appearance, 10 starts, 7 complete games and a shutout, 64 in the 3rd innings, 84 hits, 54 runs. That's low and inside. 32 of them earned. Has struck out 36, walked 21, 13 doubles. 5 triples, 2 homers, 280 at-bats. The opposition hitting 300 against her. 3 wild pitches and 2 hit batters. And that is hit down the right field line. Foul. no balls, and 1 strike to Butcher, who had the shot, a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And game number 1 to win that game. 4-11 coming in. She's now got 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. That is high and tight, 3 balls and 1 strike. That's fouled out of play. Three balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count. That's hit into right center field. That is some play by the center fielder, Emma Kate Elrod, who played well in the first game for the Bearcats, and that's 1 gone. And the bottom half of the first as Butcher was not far away from getting that one out of the park. As Wood, the left fielder out of Princeton, steps in. Squares around the button. It's a good one. She's got good speed. Throw to first, not close. And it's an infield base hit for the speedy Wood. First base hit of the ball game for either team. As that will bring Bailey Cox, the DP, to the plate. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Bailey has been a steady force at the plate this year. And that is fouled off. 1 ball and no strikes. Bailey hitting at .402, 33 hits, 82 at bats, 11 runs scored. No homers and 17 runs batted in. That is low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is high. Wood at first base, and I said, even though she's coming off injury, Casey Wood has a tremendous amount of speed. That is a strike, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wood is 5 of 6 stolen bases. The Oaks 15 of 19 this year. That is inside. And a wide one puts runners at first and second here in the bottom half of the first. Cox back in. Yes, she has good power. High and outside, ball 4. And runners at first and second. Cox is at first. Casey Wood moves down to second base, and that brings up Jordan Buford, the left-handed batter. That's hit to the first baseman. And that is a 3-4 double play that's going to end the inning. As the Oaks threaten but do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The double play, 1 left on base. We played 1 in game 2. And it's no score, Oakland City and Brescia. You're watching Oakland City University softball. Brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube. back. Second inning is underway. No score. Burgess at his hit into foul territory. What a play by McCracken. Felicity Cunningham is out. And that's one gone for Brescia in the top half of inning number 2. Coming up to the plate is Bullington, the pitcher. 265 is her batting average. 13 hits, 49 at bats, 3 runs scored, no homers, and a couple of runs batted in. Hits the outside corner for a strike, and that evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bullington, a junior from Owensboro, Kentucky. Foul. And Dyersburg Community College. The pitcher. It has turned into a beautiful day here at EGSL today. And we're glad you have the opportunity to spend part of your Tuesday with us. That is fouled out of play again. One ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Burgess. 2 out in the second inning. And that will bring up Avery Riley, the third baseman. And that is a strike, no balls, and 1 strike to Riley. She's hitting at .069, 2 hits, 29 at bats on the year. And is low and outside. One ball and 1 strike. That's going to be just fouled out of play. Avery Riley is a 5'10" sophomore out of Ferdinand, Indiana, and Forest Park High School. Head coach of Brescia's Tracy Smith. Assistant is Greg Tanner. 2 out here in the top half of the second inning. In the second game of the doubleheader. That floats up there by Burgess. Morgan Burgess, a sophomore out of Gibson Southern High School in Fort Branch, Indiana. And the riser, Riley, swings through strike 3, and Burgess strikes out a couple to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Brescia in the top half of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 1.5 played in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 0, Brescia 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks Back at Oakland City as we go into the home half of inning number 2. McCracken, the catcher, will step in. Low and inside. Emmy Bullington in the first inning allowed 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, 4 batters faced, 1 fly out, 1 ground out, 14 pitches, 7 of them were strikes. And that is hit into left field, and that's kind of the sun field right now. As the left fielder, Aubrey Durham, I don't think saw that one. That's hit to short. Bradbury to Felicity Cunningham, and it's 6-3 on the out for the first out of the Oakland City University second inning as Bailey Rhodes steps in. Bailey is the second baseman. Low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Rhodes at .390 with no homers, 17 runs batted in, 32 hits, 82 at bats with 15 runs scored. That's high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Down the right field line, that's going to drop for a base hit. Second base hit of the ball game, make it third base hit of the ball game for the Oaks. And 1 on, 1 out as Hannah Whistle will stride in. 0 for 3 in game 1. Did a heck of a job at third base, as she always does. That's outside, and I tell you what, I'll put in a little plug. She's a really good photographer. Does a lot of photographic work for the Oakland City University Athletic Department. Strike on the inside corner. 2 strikes to count. Fouled off. Hannah at .373. 31 hits, 83 at bats, 24 runs scored, 3 homers, and 17 runs batted in. Whistle back in the box. Off the third baseman's glove. Hannah is fast. I told you Hannah was fast. She gets to first base. And it's runners at first and second. That will be an error on the third baseman, Riley. And runners at first and second with 1 down as Kinsley Heichelbeck steps in, a left-handed batter. Riser is high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to count as the Oaks try to get on the board here in the home half of the second. Fouled off. Kinsley, a senior, transfer from Wabash Valley College in Linville, Indiana. Kinsley at .438. 2 homers, 25 runs batted, and that's into left field, and that's a base hit. I want you to think about it. When you can have a batter hitting over 400 in your 8th spot in the order. So Heichelbeck is on at first base. At second base is Hannah Whistle. At third base is Bailey Rhodes. There is 1 gone. And the shortstop, Stewart, steps in for the Oaks. That's hit into right field. And the throw to home is not in time. And runners at second and third. So the sack fly by Megan Stewart brings home Bailey Rhodes from third. And it's 1-0 Oakland City University. As on the play, Hannah Whistle goes to third. And Kinsley Heichelbeck goes to second. That is the second out of the inning. We're back up to the top of the order, and Grace Butcher, who had all of the offense in game one for everybody. That was a 2-run homer in the 7th inning. She also went the distance to get the win. She's playing right field in game 2. That is hit into left center field. I tell you what, Emma Kate Elrod is a pretty good center fielder for the Bearcats. And that's all for the Oaks, but they scratch one across in the home half of the second. We have played 2 in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 1 and Brescia 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg, and GoMightyOaks.com. And the
The National Christian College Athletic Association is dedicated to keeping Christ at the center of intercollegiate athletics, empowering student athletes and coaches to make a meaningful impact for Christ. Our member schools embody the love of Christ through our game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. With 23 national championship events, we serve 88 member schools across the United States and Canada. The NCCAA, where ring chasing.
Back at Oakland City, top half of the third, bottom 3 in the lineup for Brescia. That is high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Farrar, the catcher, the left fielder, Durham, and Grant, the right fielder, to face Burgess here in the top half of the third. That is hit to Stewart. And that is out 6-3 as Stewart throws to Jordan Buford, 1 gone in the Brescia third inning. As Aubrey Durham will step to the plate now. Her first plate appearance of the ball game. She's hitting at .364. 4 hits, 11 at bats. 3 runs scored, no homers, and a couple of runs batted in. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Burgess 2 1/3, hasn't allowed a hit as of yet. Here's a strike. 7 batters faced. She has 2 flyouts, 3 groundouts. 20 pitches and 14 of them are strikes. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burgess struck out the last 2 in the second. That is foul tip, and that's caught by McCracken, and that is the 3rd strikeout of the contest for Burgess. And the number 9 hitter, Lily Grant, will stride to the plate. .361 for Grant, 13 hits, 36 at bats, as that's hit back to Burgess. And that's what I call a quick inning of work for Burgess. 1-3 on the out. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2.5 played in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 1. And Brescia 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks Back at Oakland City, 2, 3, and 4 for the Oaks. Casey Wood steps in and that one's in tight. 1 ball and no strikes. Casey with an infield base hit in the first. Into shallow right. And going a long, long way is the right fielder, Lily Grant. And that is out number 1 as Grant makes a nice play in right field. Bailey Cox, 1 for 1, steps in for the Oaks. Strike on the inside corner, no balls and 1 strike. That is foul. Bullington, 2 1/3 innings. 3 hits, a run. Was not an earned run. 1 walk, 11 batters faced. 4 flyouts, 2 groundouts, 32 pitches, 20 of them are strikes. 1 and 2 to count to Bailey Cox. A slow one back to Bullington. Bullington throws to Felicity Cunningham, and there's 2 gone in the 3rd inning. That's going to bring up Jordan Buford. Head into a double play your first time up. One ball, no strikes. Buford out of Paducah, Kentucky, a junior, and Southeastern Illinois Community College. That is low, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Stewart, sacrifice fly, got Bailey Rhodes in for the only run so far. That is hit out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 up, 2 down so far in the home half of the 3rd inning for the Oaks. Right field, a base hit, and Buford is on with a base hit. Hallie McCracken will stride in now for Oakland City. Hallie at 347, 33 hits, 95 at bats, 14 runs scored, 2 homers, 21 runs batted in. That's going to get away. And Buford is in at second base on a wild pitch, I presume there. So a runner in scoring position. It's 1 ball and no strikes to McCracken. Hit to third, and the throw to first is in time. Riley to Cunningham, and that's all for the Oaks in the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 1 left. 3 complete in game 2. It's Oakland City University 1 and Brescia nothing. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza Grill in Uptown Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com. Go back at EGSL Field at Oakland City as we're already in the top half of the fourth, and it's the top of the order for the Brescia Bearcats. Zoe Smithson, a .381 hitter, no homers and 11 runs batted in, will step in. A right-handed batter. Low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Zoe, a 5'8 senior from Paducah, Kentucky, out of McCracken County High School. 1-0. That's hit down the right field line, foul ball. And that evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 the count. Foul down the third base line, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morgan Burgess with the 1-2. That's hit into right field. And going a long way is Grace Butcher to make the play. And there's 1 gone in the top half of the fourth. Kalani Jordan bounced out third to first her first time up, and she's up again here in inning number 4. Foul straight back, and it's no balls and 1 strike. That is a strike on the inside corner. Kalani Jordan, a junior out of Clarksville, Tennessee, and West Creek High School. Infielder, outfielder. That's hit a slow roller to second as Bailey Rhodes will throw that to Jordan Buford, and there's 2 out in the fourth. I'm going to say that last foul ball came pretty close to our camera, didn't it? That had to be I'm going to look forward to going back and seeing that shot coming straight back at us. Emma Kate Elrod, the center fielder, up. That's hit well. That's going to hit the fence. And the throw back in, that's a stand-up double for Emma Kate Elrod. Yeah, David just said, I didn't think of that, but it was a perfect game until that. First base hit of the ball game for Brescia. Oakland City's up 1-0. It's Felicity Cunningham who fouled out to the first baseman, Buford. And that will be a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes the count. That's hit in the air, and that's going to be Rhodes, the second baseman and right center, going out and making the play. So the Bearcats get a hit, and a good hit by Elrod, but they strand Emma Kate Elrod at second. No runs, a hit, no air, 1 left. 3.5 here in game 2 with the score. Oakland City University 1, Brescia 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball. Brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza Grill at Uptown Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks back at Oakland City. Bailey Rhodes will start things off. She scored the only run of the game so far. She hits that one hard but foul. No balls and one strike. Started, well, with one out. Rhodes got a base hit. And the Megan Stewart sack fly brought home Rhodes, and that is the only run we have had in the ball game so far. One ball and one strike. Emmy Bullington, 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Was not an earned run. No strikeouts, a walk, 14 batters faced. That's into right center, and that's a base hit for Rhodes, 2 for 2. Continue with Bullington stats. 14 batters faced, 4 flyouts, 4 groundouts, 42 pitches, 26 of them are strikes. Hannah Whistle, the third baseman, up. Reached on an error in the second inning and up again. Fouled off, and it's no balls and 1 strike to Hannah. Hannah Whistle, and senior infielder out of Evansville, Wright's going to miss her. She has been a great infielder and hitter for the Oaks. That's going to miss. And from what I've seen her work, she's got a great, as I said her last, she's got a great future in photography. That's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's one thing Oakland City has put out, some outstanding photographers in the past. That's hit well into left field. And that's going to laser shot over the fence. And Hannah has hit a 2-run homer, and the Oaks are up in game number 2, 3-0. I was going to say it didn't get over the fence by much, but it got out of here really, really fast. And it's a 3-0 ball game with nobody out in the 4th. And a quick conference in the circle. And Kinsley Heichelbeck, who got a base hit on her first time up, will step in. Line to the pitch. Swung at one maybe on the inside part of the strike zone. Kinsley was 1 for 3 in game number 1. Gonna put a slap on that one, holds back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pardon me, 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul tip, it's 1-2. Kinsley's been red hot as of late. 438 her average, 39 hits, 89 at bats, 21 runs scored, 2 homers, and 25 runs batted in. Outside 2-2 with the off-speed pitch, so it's 2-2. The Oaks with the biggest advantage they have had all day. That's hit into shallow left center. That's going to drop for a base hit. That looks like that's the Bermuda Triangle as it hit in left center. Durham, the left fielder. Emma Kate Elrod, the center fielder. Bradbury, the shortstop, all back there, and it plopped right between them all. Megan Stewart is at the plate right now. She has a ribby. Her sack fly of the second brought home Bailey Rhodes. There's nobody out. Already 2 runs in here in the bottom half of the fourth for the Mighty Oaks. Squares around a bunt, and that is a strike. Down the right field line. That's a hit! Tell you what, Stewart is daggone fast. Throw back, and it's second and third as Stewart is in with a double. Almost went a little too far. As Heichelbeck, you have no idea how, because Heichelbeck is fast, the center fielder, and she had to put on the jets not to get passed by Stewart. Back up to the top of the order, and Butcher is 0 for 2. She won the first game all by herself. She pitched a complete game shutout and had a 2-run homer to win it in the bottom of the 7th. That is high. 3-0 the score, and the Oaks are threatening to get more. Butcher at 4-11. 2 homers, 12 runs batted in. And she is turning into a star. So in the inning, Rhodes started out with a base hit, had a whistle, a 2-run homer. Heichelbeck a base hit, Stewart then doubled. Swing and a miss. There's nobody out. Well, there's one out now as Butcher strikes out. That is the first strikeout of the ball game. For the Brescia pitcher. That's fouled out. Casey Wood 1 for 2. The senior out of Princeton, Indiana. Well, a base hit could make it 5-0. High and tight. Evens the count up at 1-1. Wood has raised her average to .326. 30 hits, 92 at bats, 17 runs scored, no homers, 16 runs batted in. That is high, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wide the 2-1. Low and outside, 3-1, and a wide one here would load the bases. (3-1). That's ball 4, and the bases are full. With Bailey Cox striding to the plate. First base, Casey Wood. Second base, Megan Stewart. Third base, Kinsley Heichelbeck. Bailey Cox, 1 for 2 today. She does have power. That is in tight. 1 ball and no strikes, but not a bad idea to make Emmy Bullington throw you a strike. Bailey at 402. 33 hits, 82 at bats, 11 runs scored, no homers, 17 runs batted in, and that is a strike. And that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. Knocked down by the second baseman. The throw to first is in time. That was actually a wise play by Kalani Jordan, who threw it to Cunningham. But it was 4-3 on the out, but it's going to score Kinsley Heichelbeck from third base. So it is now 4-0. And the first baseman, Buford, steps up. 1 for 2. Hit into an unusual 3-4 double play in the first and a base hit in the third. That is outside and evens up the count at 1-1. So Megan Stewart is at third base. At second base is Wood. That's low and outside. It's 3-0, and a wide one would reload the bases. Buford is the 8th hitter of the Oakland City 4th inning. Strike on the inside corner. That was a good one actually for Buford to lay off of. That's ball 4, and the bases are reloaded. That's a second walk of the inning. And time is going to be called, and I think that may be the day for Bullington. 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, 22 batters faced, a double, a homer, 4 flyouts, 5 groundouts, 74 pitches, 43 strikes, and an ERA in this contest of 7.36. I'm trying to catch the number 5. And the new pitcher is Katie Fisher. So Katie Fisher, the new pitcher, she is 1-0 with a 5.35 ERA. 9th appearance, 18 1/3 innings, 31 hits, 18 runs, 14 earned. A strikeout, 10 walked, 4, 3 doubles, 91 at bats. The opposition hitting .341 against her. 2 wild pitches, and 1 hit batter. So Bullington on the hook in this one. And Katie Fisher, the second pitcher of the ball game for the Brescia Bearcats. Katie Fisher is a junior out of Springfield, Tennessee. 5'5" junior. That's a strike on the inside corner. There's Oaks at every bases, and all of them are the responsibility of Bullington. And misses. Hallie McCracken is at the plate. And misses outside. Two and one the count. 2 gone here in the inning. 4-0 Oakland City. Left field, a base hit. And you're going to play station to station on that. As McCracken, the 9th hitter of the inning, gets a base hit and an RBI. As Megan Stewart will score. Going to third base is Wood. Going to second base is Buford. And Bailey Rhodes is coming up for the second time in the inning. And she started off all this stuff with a base hit in the 4th. She is 2 for 2. She's already scored a run today. And she fouls that one out of play. A big inning for the Oaks. Big knock, a 2-run homer by Hannah Whistle. Fouled off. Bailey Rhodes at 390 with no homers, 17 runs batted in. That's off the third baseman's glove, and that's going to plate 2 more runs. So 2 RBI for Bailey Rhodes. Scoring from third base is Wood. Scoring from second base is Buford. And it is 7-0. As Hannah Whistle, who hit a 2-run homer already in this inning, will step in with runners at first and second. That's hit to second. The throw to first is in time. 4-3 on the out. But a huge inning for Oakland City University. Here's it ends up being a 6-run 4th inning. It's 7-0 as Oakland City has 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Brescia, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. You are watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you with the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg and GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. And we're back. Fisher will step up for her first plate appearance. She is the pitcher. She is the pitcher and right-handed batter, and the first pitch is inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Fisher hitting at .261. 13 hits, 57 at bats, 4 runs scored. No homers, 6 runs batted in. That's hit into right field. It's a base hit, but Butcher gets there quickly and holds Fisher to a single. That is the second base hit of the ball game for Brescia, as Avery Riley, who struck out on the second, will step in. 7-0 here in the 5th, top half of the 5th. Off-speed pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes to Riley, who struck out on the second. That is a strike. Riley hitting at .069. In the air, caught by Burgess. 1 out. Fisher got back into first quickly. Farrar, the catcher, 0 for 1. Just misses outside. Farrar hitting at .200. 1 on with 1 gone here in the top half of the 5th. Strike on the inside corner. That evens it up at 1-1. Burgess 4 1/3, 2 hits, no runs. 3 strikeouts, no walks, 15 batters faced, 1 double, 5 flyouts, 5 groundouts, 40 pitches, 29 of them are strikes, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Farrar. And it's hit to Rhodes at second. She throws to that's a 4 and a 6 and a 3. That is a double play that goes Rhodes to Stewart to Buford, and that is all for the Bearcats in the 6th. No runs, the 5th rather. No runs, a hit, no error, nobody left on base. 4.5 played. It's 7-0 Oakland City. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube. Back at EGSL, Fisher back out at her 2nd inning. A 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, no runs. 3 batters faced. 1 ground out, 2 flyouts, 7 strikes in her total number of pitches. Kinsley Heichelbeck will start things off for the Oaks here in the 5th, and that's fouled off. If the Oaks are able to scratch across a run here in the bottom half of the 5th, the game's over. Well, the first game 2-0. Butcher, great complete game shutout and had a 2-run homer to win the ball game for the Oaks. Heichelbeck calls time. Kinsley has turned it on, and she has been scorching red hot at the plate. That's a slow one for a strike. Heichelbeck at 438. That's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kinsley, 39 hits, 89 at bats. 21 runs scored, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in. Slugging of .618, .515 on base. Strike slaps that one foul. And it is out of play, left field side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oaks, after a slow start, have been cruising. They are now 17-10 and 11-2 in the River States Conference. Brescia 10-15 and 5-8 in conference after the first game. That's fouled out of play, and it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oakland City sent 11 batters to the plate in the 4th inning. 6-run inning it was. That's outside, 2-2. Had a whistle, had a 2-run homer. Bailey Rhodes knocked in 2. McCracken had an RBI. That is outside. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Kinsley Heichelbeck out of it is a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kinsley out of Linville, Indiana, transfer out of Wabash Valley. That's a slow roller to third. Throw to first base is in time as Riley fired that one to Cunningham. And there's one gone. Megan Stewart doubled in her last, and actually she's had a good day at the plate. Flew out and knocked in Bailey Rhodes in the second and doubled and scored in the fourth. Off-speed pitch for a strike. It is 0-1. No balls, one strike. Here's wide to the 0-1. Foul down the third baseline. Stewart in the hole 0-2 as Grace Butcher is on deck for the Mighty Oaks. Shadows starting to be an issue, and the lights are on here at EGSL. And to right center. Tell you what, Stewart's having herself a nice day at the plate. That is a base hit to right center. And we're back up to the top of the plate. Gracie coming up. Grace Butcher, she did what she did in the seventh in the first game. She would have her second walk-off of the day. That's low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Gracie's 2-run homer was the only scoring in game 1 today. She also pitched an outstanding complete game. 4-11, 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. It gets away. You don't have to convince Stewart to run very much as she takes second base. A runner in scoring position on a Butcher base hit could end the ball game here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. That's high and outside. It's 3-0. Casey Wood, the left fielder out of Princeton, Indiana, is on deck for the Oaks. Strike on the inside corner, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. That is going to go to second, and everybody is safe. I tell you what, Kalani Jordan, you got to give her props there, because she did go a long way to get to that ball, and she did the best thing she could have done. She put the thing in her pocket. So the bases are loaded with 1 gone. As Grace Butcher is at first, Megan Stewart actually is at third. And a whole bunch of stuff would end the ball game right here. Seven to nothing to score. 11 batters to the plate and a 6-run fourth, and that's the big difference. Casey Wood, the veteran out of Princeton, Indiana, right down the road on Indiana 64. And that misses outside and high. 1 ball and no strikes. Casey at 326, 30 hits, 92 at-bats, 17 runs scored, no homers, and 16 runs batted in. That's dumped into right. That's a base hit, and the ball game's over. That was a chip wedge shot into right. Looked like one of David's chip wedge shots, not one of mine, trust me. And it is an 8-0 final as Oakland City sweeps both ends of the doubleheader. They're now 18-10 overall and an impressive 12-2 in the River State Conference. Brescia goes to 10-16 overall, 5-9 in the conference. Burgess, the winning pitcher for Oakland City. Bullington, the starting pitcher, takes the loss. We do want to thank Patty Bookta for the great job always she does, and of course my buddy David Hose, our producer director. And we're back Friday, softball on Friday. We're back with softball again on Friday. Until then, thank you for joining us. Thanks to the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. You are watching Oakland City University softball on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel.
The value of champions of character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to lead being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
The National Christian College Athletic Association is dedicated to keeping Christ at the center of intercollegiate athletics, empowering student athletes and coaches to make a meaningful impact for Christ. Our member schools embody the love of Christ through our game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. With 23 national championship events, we serve 88 member schools across the United States and Canada. The NCCAA, where ring chasing and king chasing converge.